Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Welcome to your 7-card draw. What do I need read for this full moon to new moon, February into March 2022? I'm your reader, Angelo, Lyons, Mal for short, professional witch, professional intuitive, president of DrawingTheCircle Productions since 1998, author of Words of Grace, from a professional witch, available on Kindle, link in the description box, and now on Patreon, patreon.com/drawingthecircle, serving every day as the Archangel of Lions, Angelo Lyons. But you can call me Mal. Hey, my 7th housers, my Libras. I have Mercury conjunct Venus, 3rd house, Libra. Yay! I think I said that wrong, but I think you get what I'm saying. So very, very happy to be serving you today, this Super Bowl Sunday. At the time of this this recording, I don't know, it's a ball of Super Sundays. I have no idea what that means. So if you're new to the channel, I can tell you what a 7-card draw means. It means 1 card from 7 different decks, getting you clues, tips, and hints about a specific astrological timeline, in this case a waning moon from full to new. Let's look at that. The full moon in Leo goes void, of course, the same time it goes full for you astrology people who want to time your full moon magic. Do it before Wednesday, February 16th, 11:56 a.m. All right, 4 minutes before noon, so, wake up, do it early, or do it the night before, which is probably what I'm going to do. Tuesday, Leo moon feels pretty good for me, just saying, on the waxing side of it. But then, of course, we're looking at the waning, the letting go, the releasing, the forgiving, the healing, the alchemy, the surrender, Dorothy, of it all to the new moon in Pisces, Wednesday, March 2nd, 7:52 p.m., all times Eastern. I am in New York, if you can't tell. That being said, it is a general read. Please take what resonates and leave what does not. Really, 5 out of 7 cards for YouTube reading. That's good resonation, right? But check your other signs to maybe get other pieces of the puzzle. Or maybe a concurrent thing going on in your life, right? One reading could be about relationships. One can be about physical healing. One could be about finances, work, career. You get it. So let's see what hits the table, shall we? So both feet on the floor, if you can. I can. Focus on your breath, if you will. I will. So we can both be here and now, even though there's obviously a time and distance between us here, to get you the clarity, guidance, and grace that I can from the divine. Shall we? Breathe. And here we go. We're going to start with the Caroline Mace archetype cards as I call upon the collective pantheons of angels, archangels, goddesses, gods, ascended masters of the general assembly, the higher selves of all involved, 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above, the spirit animals and totems, as well as the pantheon of all pantheons, all lineages, cultures, and traditions. Please leave the card in my hand, symbolic of the 8th chakra archetype, the soul power, being developed from shadow to light, lead to gold, pain to peace, hence the shadow work for the Libra collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Watching this video, receiving this reading, though cross-watchers, welcome. What's going on in the 8th chakra dynamic here for them, this full to new? Well, this is in the title. I would never not put this in the title because it's one of my favorite archetypes, the Femme Fatale. Morticia Adams, Elvira. I could go on, seriously. I think just Scarlett Johansson in general, right? The Femme Fatale archetype is alive and well, and it actually has a historical context to it. Mata Hari, just saying off the top of my head. Cleopatra, I'm sure, to an extent, right? These fatal females, but this is a wild card family archetype, not a feminine a family archetype. No, this is not about bodily gender. This is about an erotic power, though. Now, the shadow indicates the shadow work here, right? The light, what you're shooting for. The shadow attribute, inappropriate use of sensuality, attachment to money and power. It's a little touch of seduction. Maybe it's a lot of touch of seduction. More magnetic. than electric. In other words, more feminine than masculine. The Don Juan is also an archetype card in this deck that's definitely more masculine, but this has nothing to do with bodily gender. So the light attribute highlights the erotic energy of the feminine. Now, like I said, that's the magnetic, the yin, the come to me, viberino. Opens your heart when your dependency is rejected. So if your dependency has been rejected, and maybe it's romantic, sexual, but maybe it's financial, maybe it's in some way, shape, or form, there's something about the femme fatale. You know, you just never kept Morticia down for too long. There's so much humor there. I mean, from Carolyn Jones to Angelica Houston and, you know, just the whole nine. So let's keep going. Since obviously we have the word femme, F-E-M-M-E, on the table here, it'd be a good idea to have a look at the Daughters of the Moon Tarot here. These will be the next 4 chakras down. The 8th chakra changes the electromagnetic dynamics, what you attract, magnetic and repel, right? Electric, if you want to look at it that way, in all of the chakras. So this is the crown, third eye, throat, and heart chakra, the internal world, the feminine energy, the yin world, the psychological world, second level of power, all that Carolyn May stuff. Breathe. Here we go. As I call upon my goddesses of air. The sign of Libra, powers of the East. Please, one card in clarity for the Libra collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading. Leave the card in my hand to best typify what's going on inside of them, yin side of them. Heart, third eye, crown, this full to new. When you get a court card on the internal world, it may be triggered by somebody in the outside world, but this is about you, and I think about your third eye. This is the Crone of Blades, Ixchel, I-X space C-H-E-L, South American goddess, eagle woman in this phase, but she also has but she also has strong connections to the jaguar. The Aquarius card, so this would be the Queen of Swords. Zodiacally, in certain studies of tarot, you got to pick your foundation and run with it, folks. So what is that Aquarius energy? That is about seeing things in a fixed air point of view, the stratosphere, hence eagle woman. The eagle flies highest, all right? Well, technically the albatross does, but it's not good poetry. The eagle flies highest, sees furthest, right? Eagle-eyed, right? So the satellite point of view, this can be very, very third eye, very, very strategic in terms of getting the GPS point of view to kind of see what's really going on here. Let's leave that there for right now, because if that's about you pulling back, being silent, which is an Aquarian thing, right? You know, that fixed air belief system, higher, you know, all of that. 11th house is also humanitarian, right? Egalitarian, how you interact with the world, but that's on the inside. So let's look at the outside. Mythic tarot will be that masculine energy part, right? Lower 3 chakras, root chakra, tribal relationships, groups. Any association you're connected to with 3 or more people is a tribe, essentially. I'm like that with that, but it feels true. Second chakra, one-on-one relationships, you and somebody else, as well as you as another thing, not just people, a thing. And solar plexus, your relationship to yourself, your boundaries, your honor code, what you will, what you won't, what you do, what you don't, your gut intuition that nobody else gets but you and your solar plexus. Unless you're an empath, maybe. Please take a nice deep breath. But usually when it's solar plexus, it's us. Let's see what hits the table. Both feet on the floor, Mark. As I call upon the gods of air, the sign of Libra, and powers of the East, please clarify this. Make this specific for the Libra collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading. That feels good. That was a nice little giggle out of nowhere. Please, what's going on in the lower 3 chakras? From the outside looking in at them from the inside looking out at something in the physical world. Maybe both of that, some of that, all of that. Lower 3 chakra dynamic with this Femme Fatale in the 8th and Ixchel, the Aquarius 11th house dynamic on the inner. And we have got the 2 of Wands, a decision to be made. Now it's only a 2. It's not the Lover's card. The Lover's card is a life-changing decision. This is the indecision that goes on with choice, all right? We don't call it unchoicision, right? You know, even if it's like, oh, coffee, tea, kombucha, you know, vodka, whatever, oh, I don't know, I can't make a decision. But, you know, well, all of those have consequences, but it's not so much the life-changing decision. Oh, I forgot to turn my central heating off. Be right back. It's a difference, right? The vent's right there, and this is an HD camera. But it was good. Take 60 seconds for that thing to kick off once I turn it off. So I really felt like this can very much be you kind of making the choice about how you want to use this power, right? You might know things, right? You might know things in this situation. So, you know, how do you want to play this? How do you want to play that? Inappropriate use of sensuality or highlighting the erotic energy of the feminine, opening your heart, right? This is not necessarily an open-hearted card, the Queen of Swords, even in the most traditional readings. She's known as a bit of a bitch, right? Can be, right? The Queen of Swords. But this is Excel. This is very, very different. Check it out. Check her out. Catch the vibe. So, of course, this choice, maybe even in the moment. Well, do I want to do this or do I want to do this? And if the shadow takes you over, every choice has a consequence. If you do it through the light, every choice has a consequence. So let's get you a healing mantra here from the Metcon Healing Mantra deck to help you with this. Now, I will say you're a Libra, obviously, or a cross-watcher, maybe. But with that Crone of Blades Aquarius, that's a double whammy of air. So anything like an affirmation or a mantra or prayer or meditation is going to be helpful for you. Just saying. Please take a nice deep breath. Right, to make the clearest choice possible as I call upon the Ascended Masters, General Assembly, because this Femme Fatale could be about anything with that Aquarius on the inner, which, you know, 11th house dynamic can be very friendly too, but maybe not so very intimate with that fixed air, that stratospheric, what's the word I'm looking for? Altitude and attitude with that 2 of Wands. So please, what's the perfect healing mantra here for the Libra Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading to help them heal and do the shadow work, this full to new? Awakening inspired action. There is only what life is asking of me. Inspired action. Inspired action. Right from spirit, not in-egoed action. I mean, the ego is not the enemy, but it's not the most evolved. It's the least evolved part of it, right? Human, hero, immortal god, ego, personality, soul, higher self, right? Egg, caterpillar, cocoon, butterfly. I teach that stuff on Tuesday nights on my Facebook page if you're interested. And, the next podcast, I think, is about human, hero, immortal god, whatever time of this recording. So, awakening inspired action. Yeah, I mean, fire is certainly an impetus, but how do you put it into action to make that choice? This is the first of 3 bookie book reads, as I like to call them. So let's read you what Matt Kahn has to say about awakening inspired action when there's only what life is asking of me. When you awaken inspired action, you are an open, willing participant in your soul's journey, right? So not doing it from the position of the ego or the personality, but seeing it from that higher place of the soul that you've incarnated before, that you've done this before in different ways, shapes, and forms, right? You are ready, willing, and able to face any feeling or make any necessary change just for the chance to serve the cosmic plan of the universe. I mean, I try and live my life this way, but I find out even my fuck-ups are part of the divine plan, right? It can be delayed but not prevented. When inspired action has been awakened, you radiate higher frequencies of light for the well-being of all, and that's the unity part of it. You could even say, all right, whatever I got to do this honorably. I'm serving all of life, all of humanity, the well-being of all, not just humans, not just divine beings as souls on heroes' journeys in human bodies. See how those click together? This mantra is ideal for overcoming self-sabotage, resolving boredom, and increasing fulfillment. I mean, all three of those feel very, very pertinent, because think of a femme fatale overcoming self-sabotage, resolving boredom, because you know what femme fatales can do. Been there. I have the archetype. It comes and goes, reason, season, or a lifetime, any archetype. And increasing fulfillment. This feels good. And it's inspired instead of enraged. Right? So let's keep going. Our fifth card down, the Whispers of Love Oracle. The voices of the higher selves of all involved, and there may certainly be other people involved here, maybe someone in particular. This is the deck that I think would call it out. Please take a nice deep breath. Let's see if the party doth get turned. As I call upon the higher selves of all involved, 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra, and above. What is the whisper of love? The piece of information, inspiration, insight most needed to do the shadow work here for the Aquarian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading. Femme Fatale in the 8th, Aquarius on the inner, 2 of Wands on the outer, awakening, inspired action. What do you got for them this full to new? What are you whispering in their ear? This waning moon tide. It's in the title. It's in the title. You knew before I did in some timey-wimey, wibbly-wobbly way. The true love card. This is once in a lifetime love. It's a true love read. I'm sure you're just as surprised as I am. I know that I'm shocked when you do this every day. But this card does not come up that often, and I talk about the path of true love. It's the course of true love never did run smooth, and if you think of it as like a master's course, right? Of course, okay. I'm going for my my PhD in path of true love. It's your hero's journey, your healing journey, your spiritual path through the lenses of your relationships of all different kinds. Well, the femme fatale, you know, it's not necessarily something that you do with family, nor is the path of true love always about romantic sexual contract. No. The twin flame or soulmate is only what this contract is asking of you to do, but with the true love card, it means there has to be truth. You can't have true love without truth. Trust me. On that, I think it's obvious, but trust me from personal experience. You be as honest and true and authentic as you want, but if somebody's afraid, if someone's in pain, they're gonna lie. So, you know, tricky with this. Am I saying that whoever you think this reading is about, it's a true love contract? Well, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But there's only what life is asking of you. And sometimes what it's asking of you is really make the healthiest decision you can make. And you think you're the only person in this boat? You're not, but certainly with this Aquarian card on the inner. This could play itself out in all sorts of different ways. I don't immediately run into the romantic, it must be. Because sometimes it's just not, and sometimes it just is. So, the Divine Animals Oracle by Stacey DeMarco. If you're going to do the shadow work, you might as well have a spirit animal or a totem with you. Please take a nice deep breath. Mark, uncross your legs from such a Virgo. Here we go. As I call upon the spirit animals and totems for the Aquarian, the Libra collective. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, watching this video, receiving this reading, please, who walks with them, who flies with them, who swims with them, who crawls with them, who scuttles with them, the Libra collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, watching this video, receiving this reading, give them the totemic spirit animal message here, the divine oracle message here to help them, to guide them, to grace them, to protect them, so they can alchemize this femme fatale Eagle Woman on the inner, Two of Wands on the outer, awakening, inspired action with true love, even if that's just the true love between them and the divine, because certainly the Aquarius card could be about that too. A real unity consciousness thing happening there. Please leave the card in my hand for the Libras this full to new. Snow Leopard. Does that say the Watcher? It says the Watcher. Marvel Comics flashback. He's got a big head, the Watcher. A big head. It's not like he's not hearing me if he exists. The Watcher, Snow Leopard, card number 15. Now, by the way, it's snowing here right now. Super Bowl Sunday, whatever that is, a bowl full of super sun. I have no idea. Yesterday it was like 55 degrees. Today it's snowing outside. Climate change much? I think maybe that might be a thing, you think? Card number 15 here. The Watcher. That high neck collar. Work. Breathe. I hear it's coming back. Let's hope not. Unless you're a witch. Card number 15, Snow Leopard, the Watcher. Take the high road, Aquarius vibe. Do not sink to the level of low vibration. Well, I think with the eagle going inside you, that's not your thing, obviously, at least not for this read. Observe the situation closely before acting, like an eagle eye view, maybe. Being silent is an option. I'll give that to Libras. Sometimes they'll chew on it long before they spit it out, right? Or swallow it. Ethics is the number one concern. Femme Fatale. Ethics is the number one concern. It is best not to continually draw attention to yourself just for the sake of filling up your ego. A little mystery is a good thing. Ooh. Now, I would research. I would Google the behavioral patterns and the mythos of the snow leopard. It's all in this book, but it's like pages. I'm just going to read you the magic, and sometimes it does reference it in the magic as well. The magic, snow leopard magic, is all about the power of being the silent watcher, right? Talk about camo in the snow, right? Western society is an extroverted one, obviously more extroverted than introverted, with the emphasis on the individual and on being seen. Yet there is much advantage to examining things quietly and observing before making decisions. That's literally what's on the table with the two tarot cards there, Aquarius on the inner and the Two of Wands on the outer. Don't pull the trigger yet. Wait. This is what I'm going to say until you're inspired, right? Taking your time and observing a situation before you decide the next steps is wise. Snow leopard magic is mysterious and ethical. Mysterious and ethical. I like that. And can be used when you need assistance in taking the righteous path. About opening your heart and your erotic, magnetic, feminine energy. And again, it's not about biological gender. I just think we need to stress that when we're talking archetypes, because then otherwise people intellectually just, oh, that's not me. And there's a soul power there that will be alchemized. It can be delayed but not prevented. It's better to work with it. I'm just saying, as a witch, you know, who does this shit? All right, so the snow leopard of true love. Well, we have one card left. But obviously here, with true love, the ethics is essential, right? Can't have true love without truth. But I'm not feeling like you're supposed to pull the trigger just yet. To watch, right? You don't do it during a waning moon. I get that. If you want to bust a move here, rather to be mysterious and magnetic, like the snow leopard, right? Just like put her in a snow leopard print. Faux, please, if you will. Let's get the last card on the table. The Blessed Bee, the Mystical Celtic Blessing Cards to Enrich and Empower by Lucy Cavendish. This is the hidden blessing. Within the lead is the gold. Within the shadow is the light. There's a blessing in this for you. So let's find out what that is. Please take a nice deep breath. Last card down. As I call upon the pantheon of all pantheons, of all lineages, traditions, and cultures, please, one card in clarity, please make this specific for the Libra Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Watching this video, receiving this reading, particularly the cross watchers, if this is a romantic true love thing, or a family true love thing, or whatever, it's a true love thing. I'll have that song stuck in my head. It's a love thing. I'm okay with it. Please, what is the hidden blessing for the Libra Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign watching this video, receiving this reading, highlighting the erotic energy of the feminine, opening their heart when their dependency is rejected, maybe even to the divine, but with that Aquarius, egalitarian, humanitarian, but pulling back into the stratosphere, as we see mirrored here in the snow leopard as well, to just watch. But that Aquarian thing of fixed air with that Two of Wands, a choice before them, and yes, it will make a change in their life, but it is not life-changing. It is how they want to take action here, hence needing to awaken inspired action and to tune to their inspiration, because there's only what life is asking of them here, and for them to do it ethically and high vibrationally, because this is a true love situation. This is a once-in-a-lifetime love, but not a once-in-a-lifetime chance to experience true love. So with that snow leopard walking along with them, that, well, stealth with that watcher thing, being the watcher, waiting, observing, processing all of that info. What's the hidden blessing for them, pantheon of pantheons, as they alchemize the lead to gold, this full to new, Feb, March 2-2. Blessing to heal a relationship. 7th house, partnerships, marriage. One-on-one relationships, right? Not just the I do kind of, but this is a true love read. It's a true love read. I'm doing the Path of True Love reads next after I get all these done for the shadow reads. And there will be extendeds, and all the tiers on my Patreon get all the extendeds past, present, and future. Link in the description box. Okay, what are we looking at here? Itty bitty teeny tiny writing, card number 28. And check her out. Oh, look, she got skulls behind her. I think it's a crow. I don't know if it's a crow or a raven. I can't see. Beautiful artwork. I love Blue Angel Publishing. Big time. Card number 28. A blessing to heal a relationship. Now, we do the blessings for realsies here on the Drawing the Circle Productions YouTube channel. Breathe. Pantheons of the Divine, use me. One more. A blessing to heal a relationship. A blessing to aid you when a relationship seems to be a struggle and you cannot find a way to mend your torn heart. This blessing is yours. A charge of energy with which you can reweave the threads that once gently held you in suspended relationship. Once there was understanding and intimacy, ease and comfort, but for a while now there may have been trouble and discord, a sense of displeasure that stains the days, making the time you spend together uncomfortable and self-conscious. Oof, shadow work time. So take now this blessing and pour it upon the troubled waters between you. Where there is an uneasiness, let the expression of what causes this to be found, and if it be found within each other, let a gentle disentanglement begin until the source is discovered and is cured without strain and blame. Let your hands reach out, one to the other, and feel the warmth of your humanity pulsing through the blood beneath the skin until the comfort of each other heals the coldness that has come between you. Let you begin to speak from the heart, flowing and strong, even if the voice that sends the words forth seems to choke within your throat at first. Let understanding begin to glimmer and grow, and the willingness to give and the openness to receive be explored, until the hearts that lie within you both open up and bloom within the new care and tenderness with which you agree to hold each other's most cherished dreams and hopes. Let words, soft and true, fall between you until you begin to trust and arise from the bed of nails that you have each slept in since this disharmony came between you. Breathe. For the well-being of all, and with harm to none, as we will it, so let it be done. So mote it be, and so it is. Femme Fatale. This is your power to alchemize. See it from a higher place. Make the inspired choice there. Awaken inspired action. This is a true love contract, or at least a true love situation. True love heals all. True love conquers all. But the course of true love never did run smooth. So be the watcher. Be the observer. See it from the higher place. Gather the guidance and the grace, the wisdom, the love, the wisdom, and the power to take action then, in order to really see the hidden blessing that's healing this relationship. What a beautiful reading. And if you want a soul contract reading, I do them all the time for people. There's a link in the description box, booking a reading with Mal. It's what I'm best at. It's my path, the path of true love. And certainly we can do chakra checks. And if you've watched any of my readings on YouTube, the soulmate contract reads and stuff like that, you know I read it like a contract. So thank you so much for watching. If you liked this, please hit the thumbs up, help other Libras find it, right? If you want more of me here on YouTube, just hit that subscribe button, and I recommend the notification bell, because I am off the treadmill. I'm 53 years old. Yes, I know I don't look at things. No, I'm putting these out as the true soul artist, sacred artist that I am. So please do, and certainly if you want to come play Patreon on Patreon. That's where I'm really giving it my all. Not that YouTube's not a part of it, but Patreon's my top tier, so to speak, in terms of creativity. So thank you so much for watching, my beloved Libras. Hang in there, comment if you can. Would love to know what's going on here. Otherwise, wishing you the very best and the very blessed of this full to new February, March 2022. Hail, farewell, and blessed, blessed be.